Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up.
Hi, my name is Spiritual Spice, and welcome to my channel. I want to start by saying I'm not a professional anything. I'm 29 years old. I'm recently divorced. I've moved back home, and I'm pretty much in a state of starting over. I wanted to share my story because I think that many can relate to it. I have had to do some self-reflecting and have some self-realizations as of lately as to what's brought me here. And one of the things that I've realized is that I'm a person who has endured many traumas in my life stemming from early childhood that I've never been taught how to deal with or confronted, really. Trauma is an event or events that alter our mental, emotional, and or physical state. And it can come from a number of things such as bullying, community violence, there's complex trauma, there are disasters, early childhood trauma, intimate partner violence, there's medical trauma, physical abuse, refugee trauma, sexual abuse, sex trafficking, terrorism and violence, and traumatic grief. Many of which I've experienced personally, not all, of course, and it can really manifest in different ways for you. It can cause depression, anxiety, addiction, chronic illness in some cases, PTSD, and the biggest result is fear. And anger can then stem from that, resentment, remorse, regret. It can dictate how we are with our family, how we are with our friends, at work, and our personal lives in general. And it can cause you to withdraw. It can cause you to lash out. It can even cause you to place blame in others in some cases when untreated. And it's just not something that anybody should have to deal with, although it can happen to anyone and it affects us all in many different ways. I've sought resources on how to heal from my trauma, my depression, my anxiety and things, and a lot of what I found tells you, meditating helps, therapy, of course, because it is, something that affects your mental health, positive thinking, getting out, things like that, and those are all good. You see the tips and tricks and things online that people put out. But I think it was also important for me to see someone who is going through it, get through it. And so I wanted to kind of document my journey as I attempt these things to not only inspire myself, but inspire others who are looking to heal, who are looking to better themselves, and really to hold myself accountable by, posting weekly to make sure that I stick with it, because I can also procrastinate, feel unmotivated, not feel up to it, which is why one of the things I had started initially on YouTube was posting covers. I'm not the best singer, but it is something that makes me happy. It's something that makes me put myself out there, and it is something positive for myself to do. And I think in a lot of cases that we think in order to do something we have to be good at it, And that's, excuse me, not something that's necessarily the case, It's just that we see so many others out there doing things that we wish we could do. And if we feel like we won't be as good, then we don't try. And that shouldn't be the case. It's about doing what makes you happy and what's going to give you a healthy mindset. And that's what I'm looking to accomplish. And I hope that in sharing my journey and that I can bring you along, and that you look to find what makes you happy and feel accomplished too. So I just want to, put it out there that I feel like, not everything works for everyone. But as long as you're trying, that's the best and most important part, is to always to keep trying to better yourself. I want to, with this, make myself proud, make those around me proud, and make you proud as well. So feel free to follow me and see how I progress. I hope to see others getting out there as well, sharing their stories and progressing in their own lives and seeking, help where you best find for yourself. But definitely, I think, although therapy may not be for everyone, that it is the most important, because it's important to talk the things out that have hurt us. It's important to seek from a professional guidance on how to better deal with things in our lives, because sometimes you just don't even know how it's affecting you. One thing that trauma can cause is resistance to positive change. And speaking from experience with this transition in my life, I've been that person where I'm resistant to positive change because of the things I've gone through. I'm so fearful that not everybody has my best intentions in heart, and it's not always the case. There are people that want to love you, that want to help you, that want to be there for you. And if you allow the things that have happened to you to affect you in a way that you, in some cases, become that very toxic thing that's happened, it can just really ruin those relationships. And it's all about, being a better you for you. Not just for others, but for you. So I hope that we can get through this together. And let's see where this goes.